We've walked maybe a quarter, half a mile from the hotel. It's getting hot now. What do you reckon, 7 degrees? I don't know how much further we can go. We've made it to breakfast. If anyone's close with a car, please come and get us. How are you feeling? Don't speak if it drains your energy. Oh, literally no. Yeah, we haven't started yet. We're still a mile from the start. So, thought we'd better stop and have something to eat. I hope there's about 10 McDonald's on the way.
If you can see that hill up there, we've got to climb up it somehow. Let's just...
You don't seem to have come very far.
No.
Mile 2.
Yep, mile 2. Richard's doing really well. Oh, it's a bit of a steep climb already. And there's our first gate. First gate.
Pretty ones only.
Hot ones.
Film.
Film. So I nearly got you on camera then.
Hey.
Got you on camera.
That would have been good. You could stick that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Man falls over a cliff and dies. Say something. Brilliant. We're up the top of the hill now. I think that's the worst of the climbing over for the day. It's not going to be though, is it? No.
What goes up has to come down.
What are you doing?
Just do a little circle every time the camera goes off. Filming.
Yeah.
We made it. We made it. 1,229 feet.
Is that all? Day 2. We're a little bit later leaving today. That bleep signals Helen to run in front so that we can get a perfect view of her backside walking.
Go on.
Apparently you have to do a twirl.
Slowly.
Oh, sorry, we'll go twirl slowly.
Right.
Okay, is that enough of a twirl? Bloody twirl. I could eat a twirl. Oh, you're on.
Hi. Another hill climbed.
Well, a bit of a hill.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera really picks up the steepness of these things.
No.
1.25 miles to Colborne Church, which is the smallest parish church in Britain apparently. Not bloody surprising, because who'd want to do this to come to church? Not me. It's probably small because most of the congregation, parishioners, whatever you call them, have died of heart attacks on the way up to it. No, I was filming you coming up.
Okay.
You've stopped. Oh yes, excellent walking. Now you were supposed to carry on for the footage.
Oh.
This is what I have to work with. We're just coming up to the little church now. You can't sit in here and eat your sandwiches.
Hi. Still 7 miles to the mill.
It's been 7 miles for about 7 miles, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we're halfway through day 2 and I think the journey could already be over. We've just come across a vast expanse of water and the bridge is out. I don't know what we're going to do.
Don't want to get your trainers wet, do you? Or muddy? Oh dear.
Not getting my trainers wet. We've finally broken out of the woods and we did think we were going to have to climb up that hill. I think we get to skirt round the edge of it. When I said earlier we didn't have to climb that hill, obviously I was wrong. We do have to climb it. I don't know what I was thinking. Look at that. She's finally learnt. She just has to keep walking for that cinematic shot. Just stop for a little break. We've been waiting for a bench. What do you reckon? We've walked 6 miles?
Yeah.
To find a bench. And every sign for the last 6 miles has said that where we're going is about 5 miles. Sometimes it goes up. It's 6, 7 miles. So we've got no idea how far it is, but it's probably about another 3 miles. How are you feeling?
All right. Glad to have the rucksack off my back. Film something else.
Well, there's not a lot to film. We just stood in the wood. Right, so we're just about to set off on day 3. The camera battery died yesterday as we were finishing the walk, which is probably a good thing because it wasn't that pretty at the end. My shoulders were hurting. It turns out you can't just buy a rucksack off the shelf and expect it to fit perfectly. All those straps and things that it comes with actually do something. Anyway, I've adjusted it all now and it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, let's hope so.
It's good having such a talkative co-presenter with me.
Again. Just trying to get the sign in. America, Iceland, New Zealand, Russia. Apparently.
So, having adjusted my rucksack properly now, it's way more comfortable. And one of the bonus things about having a properly adjusted rucksack is that this belt here has got to be really tight, then all the weight sits here. And if you've got even the slightest bit of extra body fat, what it does is it pulls it all in and it forces it out over the top so that even the slenderest of person, like myself, looks like Fatty McFatso from Fatland. So that's a nice little bonus. Come on.
Someone's in a grump.
Right, someone isn't in a grump, but someone doesn't really like heights. So apparently this was the best spot for lunch today. You see that? heights, that's not your ideal. Oh, was that funny? Karma.
So we've just walked all the way down this path, all the way down to the bottom, and then had to climb up a massive hill.
Well, it's been a long, hot day. Helen's suffering with the heat, particularly because she's from the Isle of Man, so they don't get real sun there. So she probably feels like she's hiking in the Caribbean at the moment. We're about 2 miles away from where we're finishing up, and we've just come down that hill, and now we've got to climb up that hill, which is apparently the highest point on the entire southwest coast path. Obviously, you'd like to think that would mean that this would be the hardest day out of the way. I don't think it means that. I don't think it means that at all. We're about 2/3 of the way up the mega climb. Having a lovely day. Right, we've made it up the mega climb, and I mean it's a fairly mega view. Apparently though, the view I've got isn't good enough. So Helen has stood 2 meters above me, and apparently her view's better. It's nice, isn't it, that at the top of the highest peak on the South Coast Path, they've marked it with this ornament. I mean, basically someone's just dumped a load of aggregate up here, haven't they? Pardon? A landmark is a pile of rocks. It's not exactly Disneyland, is it? So here's a fairly standard shot of us wandering down a street to get back on the path. Just starting day 4. So that's Combe Martin down there where we stayed last night. There's a lift that carried us up here. We haven't had to walk any of this. There's an escalator lift arrangement. Brilliant. Nothing. Absolutely, she's had all night to think of something to say.
Don't look at the view.
No, because this is the stuff that's funny. There she goes. So just stop for a moment because we've come across something that my mum would really like, and I thought it'd be nice to film it for her. Now what my mum likes to do is she'll take someone else's junk and bring it home and pop it in the garden and put some flowers in it, and it's still junk, but now it's in her garden instead of in the other place where it was. So do you want us to bring that home, Mum, to go with your other tyres? Oh look, Mum, there's even more of them. Oh, we're doing that again, aren't we? Well, it has been a day. She's forgotten. Oh dear. Any words?
No.
Couple more for you there, Mum. They've got some funny looking sheep down here.
Hello. Hi. Just talking to the llamas.
So this is the first day where there's actually been somewhere to stop for food along the way. So this feels like a proper luxury to have some lunch rather than a cereal bar that's been squashed at the bottom of the backpack. So we've just had a very pleasant lunch in a little cafe, and I did offer to give them a shout out in return for a discount or even a free meal, but apparently 20 followers on Helen's penguin thing isn't enough to qualify us as influencers. So I did the next best thing. I got Helen to pay, and there's no way that the Lime Kiln Cafe are getting mentioned on this vlog. We're just trudging out of Ilfracombe now, which I'm not talking to you, I'm doing camera work. Oh, how does this one work? There we go. Okay. So we're just coming into Woolacombe now, which is where we're staying for the night.
It's been a long old day, nearly 15 miles, and we're still not there.
What you got on your lip? Polo.
There's been a lot of polos today.
Someone's been chomping. Helen laughed when I told her I was bringing this nice big fluffy dressing gown with me. She's not laughing now. Slightly different shot this morning because we're going to walk across the beach. It's a little bit breezy, so Helen's putting her mittens on. So we've just finished our walk along the beach. You can see Woolacombe back there. That's probably the fastest 2 miles we've walked on the whole trip.
I do.
Oh, go on then, say something.
Lambs.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Our little lambs.
Oh, little lambs.
So I think this is possibly going to be the steepest climb of the day. I think it's called Baggy Point, or Baggy Cliff, or Baggy something. That land in the distance is where we'll be walking over the next, well, probably couple of days. Probably no more than that. Looks a long way, doesn't it? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Any words? Still no words. Right, so we've just had brunch in Croyd, and Helen's got some words. I think that's all you're getting. So we're just crossing Croyd Bay Beach now, and it does feel very odd walking through here with rucksacks on when everyone's sitting on the beach doing beach stuff. Here comes Miss Talkative. So Helen was taking the mickey out of me the other day for not wanting to go through a little puddle because I didn't want to get my boots wet, and she didn't want to walk through this. So she's all the way over there, just see a pink arm, so that she can find a little bit of dry to save her getting her trainers a little bit damp. She's coming back now. I think she's realised that actually there isn't a way through that way. So she's coming back and is going to have to go the way I went. Oh, this just gets better. I think she's worked out now that she can't get across there either. Look, she's going to have to go all the way up to that little footbridge bit and then tiptoe round. I mean, she could have just walked across there and got her feet a little bit wet. Nope, I think that's it. Journey's over. The massive flood has stumped her. She's got the hump now because her feet are wet. You're right. You cross at the sea.
I am crossing the sea. I've got wet feet.
I think we're going to have a moan on the board, aren't we, when you do your little blog post later?
Yeah, it won't be Richard's,
it won't be me, will it? Right, so that town over there is where we're going tomorrow, and it's only about a mile away. I mean, we could probably walk across the sands there, and there's a little bit of water. I did suggest wading across it, but after the drama we had about going over a bit of a puddle on the beach, apparently that won't be happening. So instead we've got to walk around the estuary, which goes all the way up there, and instead of walking a mile from here to there, we've got to do a 24-mile detour. So that's nice. Just doing some rucksack adjustment. Any data you want to share? Oh, is that no data? No information about anything? Day 6.
Yeah, morning. I'm super excited about walking to the 23 miles this morning and this afternoon. And probably this evening.
Helen's going to be a lot more talkative today. We got a text from her mum yesterday because she was worried about her because she was so quiet. It's all right. She's absolutely fine, Janice. She's just painfully camera shy, just like me. No, you're not supposed to. Well, 1 hour in, sorry, I'm in polos. Helen's got some words.
1 hour in, 20 miles to go, 3.6 miles an hour.
See, Janice, I told you she was okay. We're just coming up to the first bridge crossing, and little Miss Talkative up there is in her element. She's setting a bit of a grueling pace, but flat paved roads are where she thrives. She's not been going as quick over the mountains and, well, the hills, whatever you want to call them. So I've been able to keep up. But this is a little bit tougher. I think she thinks she's in the parish walk. Actually, this is good training for the parish walk. Maybe I should enter. I'd definitely finish it. I'd probably win it. It's incredible, really, to think that it's only just over a year ago that we were both up in the Wirral, and she was finishing a 3-week course of radiotherapy, which was on top of chemotherapy, surgery, a brutal regime of treatment really that spread out over 6 months. As soon as she'd finished the radio, she challenged herself to walk 1,000 miles to raise money for the breast unit that had treated her. She wanted to raise about £1,000, that was her original goal, and with a couple of other charities that she raised money for, she ended up raising over 20,000. Then she set up a walk and talk support group on the Isle of Man to help other women that were going through similar treatment, and now she's doing this. She's bloody amazing, really. I still don't understand why I've got to do it though. I've done nearly 12 miles on half a packet of polos and a handful of peanuts. Miss Speedy Gonzales is still being Miss Speedy Gonzales, and nothing's slowing her down today. I'm on the beach now to Westwood Ho, which is where we're staying tonight. So I was looking forward to getting in the bath and lying on the bed doing nothing for a couple of hours. But Helen's just informed me that we've got to go off around Westwood Ho looking for a great-great-granddad or someone's house, because her mum and dad want to see what it looks like now. So thanks for that, Dave and Janice. Really appreciate it.
Hi Dad, this is 3 Eastbourne Terrace, my great-great-grandparents' house.
Is that it? Right. Okay. And this is incredibly embarrassing. So let's get out of here, just to prove we were telling the truth there, Dave. Not that we'd pick a random house and tell you that that was the one. You know me better than that. There's a distinct lack of enthusiasm to get out today. Why is that?
Because it's raining.
So we're walking to Clovelly this morning, which a lot of people will know because it's quite a famous little touristy village, best known for having a very steep cobbled street and for its donkeys which used to pull supplies up and down the street for the residents. If you want to get an idea of what this is like, what you need is a small child, one of about 5 or 6 years old would be sufficient, and a bucket of water. Strap the child to your back and go out and do a 2-mile walk, and then come home and climb up and down your stairs 40 or 50 times, then get someone to throw the water over you, then do it again. and keep doing it for 5 or 6 hours. Then if you're lucky, you can have a bath and then do it tomorrow and the next day, and every day after that for about 7 weeks. You don't have to use the water every day. Maybe 1 in 4 days, 1 in 5. So we've made it to a Park Dean holiday camp thing that we're not supposed to be in, but we've nipped in here for a drink and to drive for a bit. We've got about 4 miles to go. It hasn't stopped raining all day. The last bit's on the road, which is going to be nicer than the mud. Words? Nothing. Have you had a nice day today?
Lovely. Love a bit rain.
Right, back out in the rain.
Very cold. Very
It is
wet.
cold.
A lot of mud. Sliding.
Someone wore the wrong shoes today, didn't they? Someone should have put their boots on. Someone's got wet feet. Again. It's about 2 miles now to Clovelly, and it's all on this old road. Helen, just wait a minute. Come here. That tree just dripped on you.
Oh.
It's alright, it's gone now. So I don't know if you can see that, but that is Clovelly down there, and you can see the sort of line of the houses going up the cliff. That's the steep high street. What's wrong with that view? It's lovely.
Can't see anything.
Oh.
I reckon you should be able to see all that coastline.
What coastline?
Exactly.
Well, it only goes to there.
Wow.
There's nothing beyond that. I don't know. Some people are so ungrateful, aren't they? Do what?
7.5 miles.
Yeah, I bet it's not the way we're going. So we're just coming into Clovelly now. We're staying in that building with all the scaffolding on it, and just what you need after a hard day's hike is some super slippery cobbles. Oh, she laughed. Hooray!